Ryan's a very skilled player. He's an elite skill level in hockey sense for his age. Now as he's getting older and more used to the league, so Ryan's a good kid. He's a really good teammate. He's a player. I did not hate to compare him, but obviously he's got a brother 2 years older that's leaving the league now, but his trajectory is along the same lines, and his last 2 years in the league should be really productive, and really try to push it to that next level so he can make it to the NHL sooner than later. Jason joined us as a 17-year-old, and he had a pretty good rookie season, and then he really stepped up with his production as an 18-year-old, and he's a good role model. He plays the game hard. He's extremely coachable. Dale's gotten a lot out of Jason Willms, and his kind of hockey. When the guys on the team see the way he plays, and usually that leads to success for Jason, whether it be putting up a goal or preventing the other team from doing something on the offense, or making a simple play that's going to lead to something more productive down the road. But he's he does a lot of things well that our team really likes, and if we get the players emulating what he does, then everybody should be better for it. He's a player that is really he can get under the other opponent's skin. He's got good hockey sense. He knows where to be. He's got a good shot. He can put the puck in the net. He's got a very good stick. There's obviously there's things that he needs to work on, like every other 19-year-old. But Matej's a really a good personality around the room. He's a very good kid. He had a great summer. He was in Buffalo training for them for not the whole summer, but a portion of it. So he's ready to go, and he's really ready to have a good season wherever he is. Jacob, when he left school, he left with basically had a year and a half, or a little more than that, to come to our league and prove himself. Then hopefully his goal is to make it to pro, go to the next level of pro. So that being said, the overage year, every year there's players out of the OHL that are signed as overagers by NHL teams. So he wants to be one of those guys, and for him, he's got lots of speed. He's got a great release. So for him, it's really about being in on the offense and pushing the offense, and eventually the numbers will come. So I think he's really chomping at the bit to get going and to have a big season for us. And Tyler does a little bit of everything. He's played good defensive. He's tough. He can get his shot through from the point very well. So in last year, his third year in the league, he got some special teams time, and he capitalized on it, and had a very good productive season. He's just a good all around kid. He does really well in school, and he takes things head on, and he wants to get better, and he has a few more years of junior eligibility left, so he's still pretty young as far as his junior hockey goes. But we think he's beyond his years as a goaltender, and he went this past summer. He went to Columbus's rookie camp and was very good there. Was really kind of stacked up very well against pro goaltenders in their system already. So guys from last year, going into the season, we thought we'd have a better season. We finished near the bottom, and I think guys are hungry, and I think starting from the back end, we have good goaltending depth. We talked about Jack Greaves. We have maybe the Latvian player Artur Silovs coming in possibly. So our defense, when you add, we have talked about Tyler Tucker, Jack York, Nate Allenson, Matthew Hill, Matthew Shreddle. But when you bring a 16-year-old defenseman like Brant Clark, he's I think a little bit ahead of his years, a little bit ahead of his age as far as the way he plays the game and his hockey sense. So he's fit in really well here initially, and he's a really hard-working kid with a great attitude. So the older guys see this and some of these young guys, and they respect it, and I think it just makes the bond tighter and the team better. So we're excited about it. And I know the players are really, really hungry to prove themselves and to better last season.